Yes, I am Omar Amadou Jallo, but commonly known OJ Jallo. So, unfortunately, I left here last Friday to go and join my family, but unfortunately, I heard about this sad news of the passing away of Sir Dawda Jawara. So, I decided to come back to be part of the process for the burial. That's why I'm here. And of course, you know, I have been a member of the PPP since April 1968. And then I contested for the parliamentary seat of Serekunda in 72 and failed, and contested again in 77 and won. And Sir Dawda had trust in me at that very young age of 31 and made me parliamentary secretary external affairs. That is more or less the deputy minister of external affairs. Then in 1981, when I was 34, he created a new ministry of water resources, forestry, environment, and asked me to head it from 81 to 89, and then from 89 to 94, when the two coup took place, I was the Minister of Agriculture. So I thought it fitting for me to come and be a part of the process of the burial of this great man, the father of the nation. That's why I'm here.
How would you describe your relationship with him?
My relationship with him is a fatherly son relationship, because Sir Dawda was one person whom I have realized have some values that is rare in leadership in Africa. He was very tolerant, very accommodating, and very accessible. And he listens to people and people's opinion and respects people's values, people's feelings, and people's opinions and beliefs. And that is very rare in Africa, when leaders thought that they are gods and they should only make all the decisions. Sir Dawda has never ever been one of them. Sir Dawda listened to all of us, irrespective of our age, knowing that he's the president who appointed us and had removed us, but he will even allow us to argue with him in cabinet and in committees. But he, because of his nature and his down-to-earth tendency, he values and respects people's opinions and people's feelings.
What has been your biggest lesson that you've learned from Sir Dawda?
The biggest lesson that I have learned from Sir Dawda is his, how do I call it, his down-to-earth life. Sir Dawda was the only president in Africa who will go to a supermarket with only one police officer as president. Sir Dawda was only one of the few African presidents whose children go to all common schools like all the other children of poor families in Gambia. Sir Dawda was one person who respects rule of law and human rights. That is why in 1975 he proposed to the AU in Kampala in the summit for Africa, the AU, to establish the Human and People's Rights Commission. And there was no country more qualified than Gambia. That is why the headquarters is still in Gambia. And Sir Dawda was a peaceful man. That is one thing I respect about him. When there was this serious problem between Sékou Touré and Léopold Sédar Senghor of Senegal and Guinea, Sir Dawda took it upon himself to mediate between the two countries and bring peace among them. When there was this serious problem between Togo and Ivory Coast, Sir Dawda took it upon himself to bring peace in those two countries. When the Iran-Iraq war was at its best, the UN set up a committee to mediate between Iraq and Iran. And can you imagine? In the whole world, they chose Sir Dawda to chair that committee and bring peace. And I tell you, without peace, there will be no development. Without peace, there will be no stability. Without peace, there will be no human tendency and human respect.
If there's an advice you would want to put across, what would it be?
That is why I'm always talking about peace. That if we had a president of the First Republic who created Gambia to be the safe haven of all other people in other countries in West Africa who come here because of the despotic regimes that exist there, the suppressions, the violations of their rights, Gambia became the safe haven of all those countries. Therefore, I think that is one value that we should all emulate with Sir Dawda, that he has learned from the experience of Africans that we have the most violated human race in the world. We were the people who were enslaved by the Arabs. We were the people who were enslaved by the Europeans. We are the people who were colonized. They seized our rights. They violated our rights. They trampled on our humanity. Sir Dawda wanted to make sure the respect for human dignity and the sanctity of life is entrenched in his policies. And that has been happening in Gambia.